Hi everyone, so today in this video I'm doing my 37 and 38 week update because unfortunately I didn't film last week, and which was pretty tragic. So I am currently, day of this filming, 39 weeks exactly. Baby is coming in 1 week. Are you excited? Are you excited?
Kind of.
Kind of? What are you excited about? Becoming a big sister again? Visiting me in the hospital? Me not tucking you in? So I didn't prepare any notes, but I did want to film this. I did want to film this because I just really want to try to do these updates. So I think a couple of weekends ago, I think week 37 was kind of hazy. I don't think much happened that week, but I know that I think that the week 37 that weekend I took it really easy. I think I was just really tired. I think I've just been increasingly more tired, and yeah, I've just been increasingly more tired, which is why it's so hard for me to film, just because
that was not comfy.
Here, sit. Yeah. So yeah, usually I drop them off and I try to film in the morning and things like that, but I've just been, what I often do is I drop them off. Watch out for my belly, please. I drop them off and then I come home, or I, pick up groceries for dinner, and then I come home and then I take a nap, and then for like several hours, and then I have lunch, and then I go pick her up. So I don't get much done, I don't think. There was one day last week during week 38 where I had like a super productive day, and I don't know why. I did go to this like bakery cafe to have breakfast after I dropped them off, and because I had to go run an errand, and I did have a half-cap iced coffee, and I don't know if it was actually half-cap or maybe it was like regular. I did ask for a half-cap, and I was just so productive. I think I filmed a bunch of videos and I took a bunch of pictures and things like that. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of pregnancy photos, which is good. And I'm still going weekly to the appointments, and I think in my last 2 appointments we were just talking mostly about the delivery plan. So I do plan to get induced on the baby's due date, but it'll because I was induced for my last 2 pregnancies and it went a-okay. But then I was reading, I think online, where they said actually I was reading this girl's blog post. Well, I follow her on Instagram, and she just had a baby, and I read her labor and delivery story on her blog, and she was basically saying that I think she was like going into labor. She went to the hospital, and then she got the epidural right away because the nurses asked her if she wanted to get it right away because the anesthesiologist might be really busy. So she did decide to get the epidural before she experienced any pain, and eventually she needed a C-section. And I'm kind of wondering if part of the reason was because she got the epidural so early. So one of the things I was talking to my doctor about in not this week's but last week's appointment was, my philosophy is to get the epidural when I actually start feeling pain. So I will feel pain, but hopefully it'll just be like a few contractions, a few sets of contractions before the anesthesiologist can make it. I know with my last baby, the anesthesiologist had just gone to lunch, so I had to wait for him to come back from lunch before I got the epidural. But I survived, and that went really fine and well. So there's that. And then I also asked her about being dilated. Like, is it better to be induced? Because in my last pregnancy, or in my last labor and delivery, I walked into the hospital 5 centimeters, not feeling any pain. But I walked into the hospital 5 centimeters, and then I was getting induced. It was a scheduled induction. and that went really fast. So I asked her, is it better if I'm dilated, and if so, how much dilated before I get induced? And I think she said 2 centimeters. So in my visit this week, which was yesterday, last week I was 0.5 centimeter dilated. This week I am 1 centimeter dilated. So hopefully I'll dilate. I'd like to dilate 5 centimeters, like just like last time. I just like ideally would like it to be like last time, but I know every labor and delivery is different. But I hope to be like a good amount dilated if possible on my due date. Now my due date is going to be on a Tuesday. I have an appointment on a Monday, so I'm going to see so the options are gonna, you know, go on that Monday before my due date, and if I'm good to go on my due date, then I'm good to go. And I did schedule it at 10, which is like after so I could drop off the kids and then go to the hospital. And then so on Tuesday, that's probably what's gonna happen. I'm gonna drop you off, and then you won't see me that night, or you might see me that night, maybe, if I deliver. Maybe you can come to the hospital after school or something. Hopefully the baby will be there by then. So she said, like, when I go to that last doctor appointment, you know, if I'm not dilated, maybe she called it a ripener. I don't know, like maybe gives me some type of medication or ripener or something to help, you know, soften the cervix, I guess. So we'll see how that is. I've been waking up like throughout the night. Like last night I woke up every hour, which is why I was so tired. I like slept from when I got home, a little after I got home, maybe like 10:30 to 12:30, like maybe like 2 hours. And then I got up, and then I had lunch, and then I picked her up. So I really didn't do anything this morning. And then I still have to order a car seat for the second car, for the smaller car. I still have to try out the new one of the car seat, the booster seat for her that doesn't have handles, and it's like a blow-up one. It's called, I think it's called like Bumble or something. I don't know. I have to see if that will work. But pretty much I'm ready. I think last week my mom said that my stomach did drop. Honestly, I can't tell. But she thinks that my stomach did drop. The baby is head down, which is really good. The baby's been head down since at least for probably a month, at least a month. So that's really good. I have read, I think, that some babies flip at the very end, which I'm hoping that won't happen, but I don't think, I'm hoping it won't happen. Is Mama's tummy getting big? The doctor said last week, when I started my week 38, she said that the baby still has room to grow, and I was like, oh, do you know how big the baby is? And she said no, but usually in the last 2 weeks the baby can grow like a whole pound. So if the baby is, let's say, like 6 pounds something, in these last 2 weeks it can grow so that by the time it's delivered, then it could be like 7 pounds. Yes. Why don't you have a snack? Do you want a snack? So yeah, so, you know, even the last 2 weeks, even though the baby is considered full term now, the last 2 weeks are still really important, and the baby's still growing and things like that. This week, as of yesterday, I did gain 2 pounds, which is like the most I've gained in a week for the entire pregnancy. So, you know, maybe it is very, very true. So I'm really like proud of myself in terms of that, because I feel like, at least for breakfast, usually for breakfast I have like peanut butter and jelly, which is like a really, like, I put a lot of peanut butter on. So these past week or so, I haven't been as hungry in the morning, and I've like the past few days I've just been eating like lighter breakfast. And actually that's not 100% true. Like, I've been eating lighter breakfast before I drop them off. I eat breakfast with them before I drop them off. But the past couple of days, just like the past 2 days, maybe yesterday and today, I've had like a second breakfast. So like I'll eat in the morning, like eat before I drop them off. I'll eat breakfast with them, and then I'll drop them off, and then that takes about an hour-ish, a little less than an hour, maybe 45 minutes, but like let's just say like about an hour-ish. And at that time I'm already like hungry. So so usually, like I said, I go to like Trader Joe's and get like dinner supplies and things like that. And then but before I do that, I get like a second breakfast almost. So like yesterday I had some like toast in the morning, and then after I finished dropping them all off, I went to have a donut at Starbucks. So so yeah, that's that. Oh, so what I was saying is, so this past week I gained 2 pounds, which I thought was really good, because the few weeks before that, like maybe like the last, okay, maybe the last 2 weeks before that, or maybe even 3 weeks before that, I hadn't been gaining that much weight. Well, there was that, you know, fall that happened, and then I had actually lost weight. That was around like week 34, and then I had lost weight because I guess of the impact and stress, I guess. And then I think I maintained, and then maybe I gained a pound the following week, and then I was just like I was just maintaining essentially for the next couple of weeks, and then last week I gained 2 pounds. So that's really good. That means I gained over 25 pounds in this pregnancy, which is the most I've gained in any of my other pregnancies. With my 2 girls, I didn't even reach 20 pounds. I didn't even gain 20 pounds in either of the pregnancies. But they turned out fine. They turned out approximately 7.5 pounds, slightly less than 7.5 pounds. So they were total average babies. I just don't think I gained a ton of weight when well, this is average. You're supposed to gain like 25 to 30 pounds, but I don't gain like a ton of weight elsewhere. So I am going to show my belly. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think I'm just set. My mom wanted to start going to appointments with me as of this week. She's like, your last two appointments, I want to go with you. So she did go with me yesterday, and doesn't understand the baby moving. Huh? Baby keeps stopping the monitor. It's like, oh, that's the baby moving.
Eyeball.
Let her see it. She probably wants to see it.
I had shown her the head. You can see like the eyes right there.
Oh, yeah.
And the bottom.
So, yeah, I've uploaded some videos. I think I have 2 videos that I need to publish. So, and I still have like some other videos that I want to film. It's just that I feel like it's so debilitating when you're so tired. When you're so tired, it can be kind of frustrating. Like you're like, so I'm just so tired that like there's things that I want to do but I can't do because I'm just so tired. And I mean, it's good that I can rest, and that's why I'm on disability or whatever, or pre-pregnancy or pregnancy. It's pregnancy disability, I guess, because you just get so tired. And also another thing I noticed is that I'm walking like so slow. Like I was walking this weekend with the kids, and I was like telling my older one, I was like, I can't believe I'm walking this slow. And then her response was, I can't believe I said, I can't believe this is how fast I can walk, and I was walking so slow. And then she's like, yeah, I know. She's like, I can't believe this is how slow I need to walk. But she I mean, it was really funny. But she was joking about that. And let's see, the weather is, again, like I said, probably in my other pregnancy videos, the weather has been going on and off. I mean, we're already in mid-May. And it's still kind of cool. It's like I'm still wearing a jacket, and it just, I know that sounds very complainy or whatever, but it's like when the baby comes next week, I think I might still need a jacket. So it's like, I don't know how, like, I don't know. I don't know how to dress this baby, honestly. And I just wish it would just get warm already, just because it's been like the longest winter ever, I feel like. And yeah, so that's like my little gripe. I mean, I think I feel so cold generally is because I haven't been working out, and but I do want to hold the baby in full term if I can. And yeah, so actually like a couple weeks ago I was feeling like pinching down below, and I was like, oh man, this baby's gonna come early, and like I just thought the baby was potentially gonna come early, and I was like prepping my mom, like, just be prepared, like the baby might be coming early, or the baby might come this week. And then that kind of went away, and I think maybe that pinching was just like when the baby started to drop, I guess. But after like maybe 2 weeks ago, during the 37th week, then after that I didn't feel it. So last week I didn't feel it. And also it was Mother's Day this past Sunday, and that went really well. I pretty much accomplished everything that I wanted to except for cooking dinner. I didn't end up cooking dinner, but I did make pancakes, blueberry pancakes, well, plain and blueberry pancakes. I did make pancakes. I did make a hot milk cake for my mom. And what are we doing?
Hot milk cake.
We're making hot milk cake. Lighting this way, and good. I think that's good enough. Good. Scrape down the sides too. Oh, battery's dying. Battery's dying.
Why is it so milky?
It's called hot milk cake. All right, that's good enough. So those were two things that I really wanted to do, and my battery was almost gonna die, so I need to switch that. So I am going to show my belly. So this might be hopefully my second to last belly shot, but it might be my last belly shot. I mean, I don't feel like I'm going to go into labor early, but you know, cross my fingers I don't, and you know, cross your fingers that that I'm like very far along dilated by the time I walk into the hospital to be induced. So what happens is, if I'm not dilated, we can always push the induction date out a couple of days. So so I'm really happy that like me and my OB kind of see eye to eye on that. And anyway, so I will show you my belly. So here's my belly. I don't think I have stretch marks yet. I don't think. Sometimes I feel oh, another thing is, when I sleep, I get a lot of like lines on my body, like indents of like the blanket and things like that. That was something that I noticed. So this is what it looks like here. This is what it looks like from the side, from the back. That. And my shirts are getting smaller. And yeah, that's what it looks like. And that is my updates, and I hope you enjoyed this update. Hopefully I will have one more update before I go into labor and delivery. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. And I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.